this side we have True. On the other side we have Chriz. Are you two ready to rumble? Hello YouTube! Welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And now this battle is an RU battle. The first RU battle of Pokemon X and Y that I ever have. So that is awesome. Now it is versus True, and we both brought RU teams. And this looks like it's going to be a very stally match because he has a whole bunch of defensive Pokemon plus that one offensive Pokemon, which is his Archeops. My Pokemon, they're kind of a mix of offense and defense. RU is the home of stall. If you want a stally match that lasts for 70 turns, just go to RU. And you'll have it because of the infamous Amoonguss, Slowking Core. Not to mention the Ferroseed, Whimsicott, and all those sorts of things that could stall you out for a long amount of time. And yeah, this battle is pretty long, it's 18 minutes, so if you're not prepared to watch an 18-minute battle, I'm sorry, but this match is 71 turns, so, and it's super duper sped up already, so I try to make it as short as possible. Anyways, I set my Rotom A, and I paralyze it Moltres. It's nice to have Moltres paralyzed, and then I hex it just to see how much damage it does. It does a pretty good amount. He Toxics me, and that is Toxic and Paralysis and Will-O-Wisp are the themes for this battle. There's so much status effects going around for everyone. Status effects for everyone in this battle. Paralysis, Toxic, Burn. Every Pokemon gets that. Well, almost every Pokemon anyways. If I hurt by Poison, I set up a Reflect. Just in case he's just in his Archeops or something. I bring in Peter so I can threaten him out with a Rock Blast. He's paralyzed, and that is fine. He switches out because he's scared off by my Rock Blast. In comes this Quagsire just to wall me, because I can't really do anything to this Quagsire with my Armado, and he has a super effective Scald to hit me with. So yeah, that's nothing to him. He literally heals off all the damage they do to him with his leftovers. So that Quagsire is just sitting there like a fat thing. I bring in Scott just to threaten that with a Giga Drain. He brings in Golbat. So yeah, all teams right here have really good defensive synergy with each other, especially True's team, because True's Pokemon cover each other very well defensively. So we can't really do much damage to each other. And on top of that, a lot of his Pokemon have Roost, which is his Golbat and his Moltres. So I can't really do much versus this guy. And I can hit the Moltres and the Golbat with a Thunderbolt from Azumarill with my Rotom A, because I don't have Thunderbolt on this guy. I have Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, and Reflect, dual status. He goes for Toxic, just protecting my Switch or something. He could have went for the Flamethrower there, but I don't think at this point he has an attacking move. Both his Golbat and his Moltres don't have an attacking move, I believe. And I guess they're just there to stall me out. They're just totally dedicated, 100% dedicated to stall. And yeah, that kind of sucks. That's why this battle is super duper long, especially with the leftovers and Toxic and stuff like that. So I double switch right here, expecting him to switch out into his Quagsire, just taking me a hit. And he brings in his Crayley. That is fine by me because now I can set up Stealth Rocks on the Switch. So he brings out Golbat again, just so he can taunt me, because I can't really do much versus this thing, and he can't do much to me. So he just taunts me, and this thing has no attacking move anyways, so I can't use T-Wave after taunt, so I just that right there. I can't really do much. I have no attacking move in my Durian, my Ferroseed either. So he goes for the Defog, takes my rocks away. With Shaquille, I go for the Eruption. Oh yeah, I go for extra sensory, so I'm just judging how much damage that'll do. That was nothing to that Golbat. And a max special attack. And that thing is definitely Eviolite. Oh yeah, of course, why would you bring a Golbat? But yeah, damn, that thing is such a so bulky. That Golbat is the MVP of True's team, no doubt, because I can't take that thing down. It's so hard to take that thing down. Anyways, he brings in Moltres on my Armado, and that is a really questionable play because he could have I could smash him with a Rock Blast, and that's what I go for. Not over predicting, because that thing is a big threat to my team. In comes the Quagsire again, just taking my hit. That thing just smiling at me, just like a total dirt that he is. And also, I can't take any hits that I bring at it, so that's why it's smiling. So I bring in Dorian again just to take an attack from that thing. And he gets burn off. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. Dorian doesn't really mind a burn because he doesn't really attack that much, and I can heal off with my Leech Seed. But that definitely cuts off cuts down my supply, my lifetime. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. So I bring in, he brings in Golbat. I get Leech Seed up, and yeah, I'm just stabbing that thing's health away, and the burn damage is essentially like gone because I have a Leech Seed in that thing. In comes Moltres, and his pressure activates. Whatever, doesn't really matter to me. I switch out right there. I am scared out by a fire move, but I figure out later on that he doesn't have an attacking move on this thing, I think. So I bring out Shaquille, just take like a flamethrower or something, and then I double switch right there because I can't really do much versus this Moltres. He gets up a sub up, but I know that I could just Rock Blast sub away and then Rock Blast that Moltres down. So that's the first attack with my Rock Blast, and in comes my second hit, and that does a lot of damage to it, and I don't get the third hit, so that's kind of annoying. I think that's off a Toxic on my model. So a lot of my Pokemon are toxic now, and a lot of his Pokemon are paralyzed. So yeah, that's the theme for this battle. So much status going on. I switch out right there, expecting him to switch out too, and I get the switch. I get the guess right. He brings out his Quagsire, and then I just set up my Stealth Rocks again, and Leech Seed or whatever it's called, and yeah, I got his Moltres, and right here I go for a Leech Seed, or actually I go for a Stealth Rock. And right here, I know he's paralyzed, so I go for the Leech Seed, hoping that I would outspeed him and hit him before he sets up a sub, because I don't want that thing setting up sub. So I get that Leech Seed, and that's awesome. And that's like that really shocked both of us because Ferroseed has only like what, base 10 speed, and I guess it's because Chriz Moltres is just a wild one that he caught from his game, from his extra Y game. And it doesn't have perfect speed EVs or something, or it has really, really crappy speed EVs, so that's probably why. In comes the Moongus. Here's a really scary mushroom thing, which is the bane of my existence, because that thing has really trolled me a lot. I bring in Binky just to like hit this thing really hard because I just want to smash that thing. And yeah, I should shot right there actually, because I'm scared by its Spore. I bring out Dorian again. He goes for a Sludge Bomb, and yeah, we both wall each other pretty much. And I can just get off a Thunder Wave on this thing just to like get perhaps like a Parahacks on it, like get him like fully paralyzed sometimes, and then I have a better chance of taking it down. So I paralyze that Moongus, and yeah, it's slow as heck now. It's paralyzed. It's like twitching on the floor, not being able to move. Well, struggling to move anyway. So I bring Scott just so I could get like off a Hurricane on this guy, because Scott is actually an offensive Scott. It doesn't like troll around with any sort of like Encore, like Leech Seed, Substitute, Protect shenanigans. I have 3 attacking moves and Tailwind in this guy, basically. So I hit the kill on crit right there. That's really lucky on my part, because he was switched out with his Regenerator and got some of his HP back. He goes for a Roost on his Golbat, and I could have taken it out, but no, I didn't. I couldn't. And I was scared to stay in there because he might have Sludge Bomb or like or Air Slash or something. So that's why I didn't stay in there. But later on I figured out that he has no attacking move, and I could have just completely finished him off right there. But yeah, that thing is just alive still, which sucks. I go for Eruption just to hit anything hard pretty much. And in comes Krayley. It takes like 45% from that, so that's a pretty good amount of damage. But with the poison like going on, I will be able to take it out with a second one. Yeah. So he goes for Stealth Rock, and I'm just happy just to like hit this thing hard multiple times with a Eruption and possibly take it out. And right here, I think I switch out too, because I think he's gonna switch out into his Moltres or something like that. So bring Dorian again, just to like I don't know, get a Leech Seed off on something. And he switches out right there, and in comes his Moltres just like I expected. And he sets up pressure and stuff. He gets the leftovers, blah blah blah. And I think I go for the Leech Seed right here because I'm running low in health. I need more HP. So yeah, I set it up. I Leech Seed that Moltres. He's paralyzed, so that is awesome. Maybe he does have an attacking move. That's why he stayed in. But yeah, he gets paralyzed right there. So I guess Paralysis helps out in the most unexpected of times when Dorians are in danger of being burnt up. Paralysis is there to save them. So yeah, he switches out right there. He doesn't want to die. Leech Seed. I go for Protect just so I could stall that thing out. Perhaps if he goes for like a sort of move that would destroy me. So yeah, his Golbat just like protects. I mean, his Golbat just taunts me, and then I die to like burn. So down goes my Leech Seed. I mean, my Pharaoh Seed, and then he brings a Moltres just to sack it off to any move that I go for. I go for the Fire Blast, and I burn that chicken. It's even more burnt now. I have a Kentucky Fried Chicken right here, ready to like eat. But I'll eat it after the battle if I win, anyways. So down goes his what's it called, Moltres, and I still have a pretty good lead over this guy. But yeah, he brings down the spread of 5 to 4 because he has his Archeops, his only offensive Pokemon, is out in the field. He's just over here thinking that he can't really hit me and take me on one shot. And I go for a Will-O-Wisp, but not anything he brings in. He brings in his derp of aquatic mammal, and that is his Quagsire. And I can just hit this thing with Hex, Texture, and Reset Reflect. I'm not really that threatened by this thing, so I set Reflect right here. And I'm just like feeling pretty comfortable with this guy. He goes for a Toxic, which he switched out, but I don't switch out right there. I have no reason to switch out. And yeah, he's hurt by the Burn, that is great. He is a special attacker, so but he might have Earthquake, so that's why a Burn was pretty good on his Quagsire. So I switch out right there. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I go into Scott, just throwing it out with a Giga Drain or something. And he goes for Toxic, and Scott avoids the attack. So yeah, Scott just like sidesteps that piece of poop coming from the Quagsire, and yeah, I don't get Toxic. And by the way, folks, why does every Pokemon have the capability to learn Toxic? Is it because, like, you know, they could get Toxic from their waste? I don't know. So I go for the Giga Drain right here, just taking out the Cradily. So yeah, Scott's doing work. He took out 2 Pokemon already, and he only has 3 Pokemon left. True, but there's still a lot of fight left in him. True, he's really a good battler, especially when he gets that sprint. So Scott sidesteps another attack. Damn, Scott, you too strong. So yeah, I go for a Hurricane right here, and then that hurts his Golbat a pretty good amount. That was a crit, and that did only half. So Golbat, that thing's unkillable. He gets confused right here. I'm hoping he gets confused, but yeah. So let's see if he gets confused. And he doesn't get confused. He gets a Roost up, and all that work that I did earlier with my Hurricaning was useless. So I switch out right there. I can't really take that thing out, and he would just stall me out with Life More Brutal. So I would bring an Azumarill just to like Thunder Wave this thing, or hit it with a something, I don't know, a Hex. But yeah, I want to Thunder Wave it, just so like just in case he stays in, and just in case he gets like confused by the confusion. So, but he predicts that nicely. Actually, yeah, I go for a Will-O-Wisp right here, and hit that Quagsire was already burnt. So I was thinking he might summon his Archeops too? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, the Will-O-Wisp was a pretty good play to go for, other than like bringing his Quagsire. But that's fine now, I can just hit him up with a Hex. That'll do a lot of damage to this Quagsire. He goes for Skull just to like do more damage to me, just to hasten my Rotom's KO, like eventually, because he's just stalling me at this point. So yeah, I got Toxic, or Poison rather, and I hit him up with Hex before our Rotom A goes down. That does a lot of damage because Hex is boosted by a status effect. He goes for Recovery though, so that kind of sucks. And yeah, another Pokemon that is successfully Toxic stalled. Yay! So yeah, down goes my Rotom A. Azumarill. He did a pretty good amount of work this battle, paralyzing and burning stuff all over the place. And yeah, he's hurt by the burn. I bring in Scott just so I can like finish this thing off, because any Pokemon in this team won't like a Hurricane. So he brings in Golbat again just to like wall me. Actually, I go for Giga Drain right there, just like being safe and stuff. And just to take out that Quagsire, because that thing walls me pretty good. Also, a whole bunch of my Pokemon pretty good, especially Peter, because Peter can't really do much. And Peter is the only Pokemon that can take out Golbat at this point because he has a super effective Rock Blast. But as you can see later on, Rock Blast doesn't even do much versus this Golbat, because Golbat is a freaking beast, and it just won't die. Like those annoying Zubats that keep annoying you when you go through like caves in Kanto, Johto, and Sino, whatever. That thing just won't go away. Anyways, I go for Rock Blast right here. I got 5 hits off, which is really lucky. Doesn't really do much versus this Quagsire though, because it'll just heal off with its leftovers. But that thing burns there just to like, take away its leftovers recovery, but I think it still recover up though, so that sucks. He has so much Pokemon would recover. Damn. True, he's such a stally sort of guy. Actually, in battles that I've seen him play, This is actually the first battle I've seen him play like a Stolly in the defensive because he mostly plays offensive. Like from my perspective, from my point of view, and my experiences with him. Anyways, I bring him Binky just to like kill stuff because I'm like, okay, no more stall. I just want to wreck stuff right now. I'm gonna wreck it. He brings his Archeops and he goes for Earthquake. That doesn't take out Binky because Binky is pretty bulky, has max HP, and I take him out with one shot and play rough. So yeah, he's absolutely wrecking stuff right now. And I should switch out right here. I can't do much versus this Golbat would play rough. But I thought he would just kill me off. And with like some sort of sludge bomb. And I gotta switch up moves because I know I'm choice banded. So yeah, that sucks. I should switch out right there, and I could have went for a crunch. That would do a bit more, but I might have given him a defense drop, and that might have helped me later on with my Armaldo trying to take down this Golbat with Rock Blast. So Binky gets Toxic Stalled, so that's the third Pokemon that my opponent Toxic Stalled successfully. In comes Scott. Golbat is his last Pokemon, literally. I go for a Hurricane. That doesn't quite take it out. It only does like what, like 20%. He gets confused, which is lucky in my part. But actually, he gets confused, which is great. I'm hoping to Hurricane it again, but they get Chase snaps out of it. He goes for Roost, so I'm like, well, damn, you're gonna Toxic Stall me. You're gonna stall me out with my Life Up Recoil, and that thing is just gonna keep going for Roost and stall me out. So I need to do as much damage as I can before Scott goes down because I want my Armaldo taking this thing out. I want it to go down as fast as possible and get as low as possible because maybe perhaps my Armaldo could take it down with what's it called? Rock Blast. So I go for Tailwind here just for the heck of it. I don't have any more Hurricanes, I believe, at this point. He Roosts again, so I'm like, well, damn, my Whimsicott has been useless, and he got Toxic Stalled out for no reason at all. He hasn't brought down this Golbat to a low amount of health so that my Armaldo could take it out. So I have my last Pokemon right here, and he has his last Pokemon, which is his Golbat. I am on a timer because I am poisoned, and if he successfully Toxic Stalls me out, then I lose the game. So I only hit twice right there, so I'm like, no, come on, Peter, you got this, man, you got this. I believe in you. So I'm Toxic Stalled once again. I mean, not Toxic Stalled, just Toxic. Hopefully I'm not stalled out. I over Rock Blast again, hoping to get like more than 3 hits, but I got 2 hits again, so I'm like, down. He goes for Toxic again, just to keep his Roost up like intact, because he's running out probably at this point. I go for Rock Blast once again, so I'm like, please hit 5 times or 4 times, please. I hit 2 times again, so I'm like, no! No! Come on, Peter. You got this. Because if I hit 5 times, I could have taken him out. Or even 4 times at that point. But I didn't. My Armaldo didn't. And this thing's just Toxic Stalling me out. I only have 2 more hits left in me before I get this thing out. So I go for another Rock Blast, and I got 3 hits. If I got 4 hits right there, or 5 hits, I would have taken this Golbat out. But that thing is still flying right there, and I have 1 more hit right here. And I'm hoping to take this Golbat out, because this thing is a threat, and I would win the game by like with a poison Armaldo. I got a crit right there, so I'm like, yes, there's hope! There's hope! And I got 4 hits, but he has roosted. He loses his flying type, and I get Toxic Stalled out. So that will be the game, this is true. So yeah, Toxic Stall all day, every day with True. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed this other episode of Toxic Stall, brought to you by True. And that was RU, the very first RU match of my channel. So that it was fun. Yeah, sorry for the long mile, folks, too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the battle. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did. And see you all next time.